Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of YouTube world, what's going on? Chaz J to the I to the double Z Y R O to the Z A Y. Rose is back in the building, and welcome back to NBA Playgrounds, where we're not gonna play anything. No, the only thing I'm gonna do right now is get into the big update that this game got. Over, I think the first update was about 2 or 3 days ago. And then they got another update, I think, just yesterday. So I want to get into that and discuss what that means for this game. So I got the notes right here. So some of the biggest things to come out the update is they have now a challenge mode feature where you're able to directly challenge another player online. You do this by agreeing on a code. Your challenge code is your nickname by default. Opening the online mode, switching the challenges, and entering the code to face each other. Kind of like, I guess, in this sense, this is their way of basically letting you play with your friends or something like that. Guess that's kind of how it goes. I don't know yet. We'll get into that once we hit online. Another big thing is they added 15 new players to the game. Those including five new versions of Shaq. Basically, every Shaq that's played, every team that Shaq has played on, they have the version of him, which makes no sense. Like granted, the Orlando Magic Shaq makes sense because that was, he was a beast in Orlando, and of course his best year was when he was with the Lakers. And then Miami, when he went to Miami, he was still good. He was still good. Not as dominant, but he was good enough. Then he went to Phoenix. He was decent. Then he went to Cleveland, where we knew his career was winding down. Then Boston. We knew what happened in Boston. But no lie, that I know why they did that. Because 2K18, he's a legend. He's the legend on the cover, on the special edition cover. So they did it for that. Plus, Shaq got the whole statue this year. So I guess they wanna deep throat Shaq, which is fine. No judging, but it is what it is. But the 15 new players that they've added was the Worm, Dennis Rodman. I'm assuming when he was on the Bulls. I don't, unless they have him when he played in Detroit, then that'd be interesting. Isaiah Thomas, Zeke. That's a good pick. Larry Bird. I thought Larry Bird was in the game, but then again, I never really saw Larry Bird, so they added him, which is interesting. I thought he'd be, part of the beginning, but I don't know. Giannis Antetokounmpo was interesting too. I thought they would have him in the game to begin with, but they just added him, which is good. Kenny the Jet Smith is in this game. That's an interesting one. The Glove, Gary Payton. That's a good one. I like that. Klay Thompson. So you got both the Splash Brothers. That's gonna be annoying. Devin Booker's in it. That's a good one. Tony Parker's in it. That's a cool one. Kemba Walker is in it. Seth Curry is in it. So now you can play with Dell, Steph, and Seth. If you want to combine if you want to mix and match with the three. Nate Tiny Archibald's in it. That's a good one. John Starks is in it. Pistol Pete Maravich is in it. And last but not least, the player that I like in the 15 is T-Mac Tracy McGrady. Now, I don't know if it's going to be Orlando Magic T-Mac or Houston Rockets T-Mac. That's actually the interesting one. I don't know if it matters. Well, I guess so, because Orlando T-Mac was more explosive. Houston Rockets T-Mac was kind of more diverse with his game, you can say. I don't know. There was something I was about to say. I forgot. Man, forget it. Another big thing is, of course, the shot meter that they've added. So timing your threes are a little bit harder, especially with players that don't really have a good three-point rating. That's big. As well as timing, your two-pointers, your dunks, your layups. The dunks aren't really hard to time, so that's not really a big thing. The two-pointers aren't either, especially if you have a good two-point rating, then it's not really a bad thing. What else? Layups, I think the same thing. So the shot meter really wouldn't hurt anything. I don't think so. I think the only thing that will hurt is the threes. That's it. But you can also get rid of it if you're playing a regular game. You can just, get rid of it with the options meter. So that's not a big thing. It's not a big deal. So more about the challenge mode feature. It says you can now switch between unranked challenges and ranked games in the online mode. Okay. To challenge another player, you must switch to the challenge mode in the online menu and define a challenge code. By default, your challenge code is your nickname, but you can change it to your own personal code. The person you are challenging must enter the code. If you have been challenged, please enter your challenger's code and press accept. All challenges are unranked and your ranking/ELO will be unaffected by the results of the challenge. So that's interesting. That's something new, and that's something that actually could be very fun. So that's basically almost like challenging, your friends in some way. They just need your code. I guess you give them your code, they put it in manually, and then I guess a message is sent to you, basically like an invitation just sent to you, and then you accept it, challenge, boom, just like that. So I guess that's their way of, skating through, basically simply challenging your friends. But I mean, hey, if it works, it works. We'll find out soon enough. But yeah, that's a big thing. Let's see, notable challenges. Some things that were adjusted. Shots were adjusted to make the system more accessible and unified throughout all variations. Okay. Timing for layups and two-pointers from under the hoop was adjusted. Layups are now easier to perform, and players with low stats for two-pointers are slightly better than before. So that could mean a variation of things. It could mean if you have a low stat for two-pointer, you actually probably have a better chance of making a two-pointer, or you just, or everybody that has a two-pointer is just unstoppable. I guess it depends on how it goes, but we'll see. I have not really had any gameplay, so hopefully after this I'll probably get into an exhibition and I'll try all this myself. Another thing that was adjusted was the steal action was adjusted to better fit the intended gameplay. It is now possible to perform a steal action when behind an opponent. That could be very, very bad in a sense, because if a lot of people, if you face somebody that reaches a lot, then the fact that you can actually steal when they're behind you is a problem. that could be a very big problem, because that's going to be annoying, especially if they're behind you and you're already racing down and they got somebody who probably has the same amount of speed as you. So we'll say Allen Iverson. Let's say Allen Iverson. Iverson has 10 speed, and your opponent has, who has 10 speed? I think Chris Paul has 10 speed. So if virtually you're Iverson, you boosted already, you're already boosting down the court. and Chris Paul's right behind you, he can literally just steal the ball from behind you simply, and then you can't even get back fast enough. So it's like, damn, that's gonna be annoying in a sense. So we'll see how all that goes. A couple changes. The Stars lottery pick will only be awarded if a team is at least 6 points behind. So you're not gonna randomly get that as always. So I guess if you're down 6 or more, you'll get that. So I mean, that's not really big. Three-pointers no longer fill lottery pick bar. That's a big one. But the funny thing is, I don't remember a three-pointer really affecting your lottery bar though. Because I shoot a lot of three-pointers. Y'all seen me shoot a lot of threes. My lottery bar didn't really go up a lot. So I don't think that's really well, it might be a significant change. Because I think when you hit a three-pointer, it put your bar just a tad. But now, since you hit a three, so when you hit a three, nothing happens. That's big. That's kind of big. So now really, you have to literally block. I think how you get your lottery bar up, I think you block. I don't think you steal. I don't think if you steal you get it. You probably do. But I think it's block and dunking. I think that's it. Literally, I think that's all you really have to do now. So it's like, damn, that's kind of big, I guess. Improve rebounding, accurately improve. That is needed because the rebound in this game was so bad. It's like you jump for the ball, but you still can't get it. So it's like damn, if they accurately approve that is perfect. I would really appreciate that they did that. That'd be very good. Let's see. The online matchmaking is better. Okay, so I guess you'll match up with people who have practically the same points as you, which is fine. I never play online, so I can't really tell you about that. Let's see what they. A couple of these are not big. Some just have to do with tournaments. If you haven't been in the tournament yet, then I don't know what to tell you. Here we go. Some notable fixes. An issue that occasionally caused the lightning ball lottery pick not to score from longer distance was fixed. I never had a problem with that, so I ain't gonna worry about that. A misspelling of a player's name was corrected. Okay, that's not a big deal. An issue that prevented users from seeing off-screen markers sometimes was fixed. I never had a problem with that. Several desync issues in bad network connection scenarios was addressed. I have not been online, so I can't tell you. A problem where Dunk could score after the match ended was solved. Usually if the match ended, and if you were shooting, or I guess dunking or laying up, the ball kind of went in the air, so it wouldn't allow you to score. So I didn't know that way was a problem. Where else? Several problems that made the ball getting stuck on top of the backboard were fixed. Never had that problem. A problem that prevented the ball from stop spinning after scoring was fixed. Never had that problem. A problem in which failed dunks could score if the teammate was performed in. A problem in which failed dunk could score if the teammate was performed. Oh, okay. I know what that means. I didn't really have that problem either. And issues related to the strength of the forced feedback effects were addressed. Yeah, that's not a big thing for me, and I never had that problem either. So yeah, that's really what the update has given us. Basically, a couple new players, the shot meter. Yeah, basically, new players, shot meter, a challenge mode where you can basically challenge your friends, basically. And yeah, that's really the big thing. Oh wait, no, something else. Hold up. A disconnection manager which penalizes players who abandon matches in any other way than surrendering. Oh, so I guess they got something for rage quitters too now. So I guess basically if you rage quit, you get penalized for it. I don't know what kind of penalty they'll give you. That remains to be seen. But yeah, that's what the update is giving us. A little bit of something new, a little bit of, I guess, big things for the game. Hopefully they'll do more in the future. I don't really have much of a problem with the game. The only problem I have with this is the fact that if somebody has a low 3-point rating, why are they making threes excessively? That's my only issue. Like, you see me when I face Shaq and AI, the final game of the tournament. How did Shaq make all those threes? That was my only problem. The fact that somebody can make all those threes with Shaq. Actually, not even somebody. The fact that Shaq can make those threes. That was my only problem. So that was my only issue. If that can be fixed, I'm perfect fine. I don't care about nothing else. You know what I'm saying? But that's how the update really is. Just a small summary of what the whole update is giving us. So yeah, how's it gonna affect me? We're gonna find out. I'm gonna play an exhibition game. I'm gonna see how it is after this patch, and then after that we'll go online. We'll see what we can do, because at the moment I'm training these two right here, AI and LeBron, trying to train them. I might not use AI online because AI gets destroyed every time he goes to the rim. So we'll see what we can do with that. But it's been Rose, man. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. As always, man, the love is always welcome. Thank you for at least paying attention, if you were. Peace, love, 100. You hear it?